Good morning, all of you. Today, I am going to talk on the first topic. The name of the topic is electrolytic conductivity. This electrolytic conductivity topic is related with electrochemistry. Electrolytic conductivity topic will be related with electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is one of the branch of physical science which deals with the study of interconversion relationship between electrical energy and chemical energy. Electrochemistry is one of the branch of physical science which deals with the study of relationship between electrical energy and the chemical energy. And this electrochemistry branch starts with the study of the phenomena of electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity. And this phenomena, that is electrical conductivity, is the phenomena, or this is the property of the substance which has the ability to flow of electrical conductivity this electrochemistry is start with the property, the phenomena of electrical conductivity. And the electrical conductivity is the property of the substance which has the ability to flow of an electric current, which has the ability of flow of which has the ability to flow of an electric current. And the substance which has the ability to flow of an electrical conductivity or electric current is known as conductors. And there are two types of conductors. The first type is the metallic conductor. And the second type of metallic conductor is the electrolytic conductor. So substance which has the ability to flow of an electric current, and that is the second type, that is electrolytic conductor, through themselves. Then this property of the substance of electrolytic conductor is known as electrolytic conductivity. All of clear? So we see here there are two types of conductors. The first one is the metallic conductors. Metallic conductors are the usually metals. And the second type of conductors are electrolytic conductors. And electrolytic conductors are the solution of either acid or base or the solution of fused salts. And this type of the substance, that is electrolytic conductor, shows the phenomena of electrical conductivity. So this property is known as the electrolytic conductivity. All of clear? Now I am going to explain to you the first type of conductor, that is metallic conductor. Metallic conductors are the usually metals. For example, copper, aluminum, nickel, so on. So we see here in this metal, the conduction of the electric current, I am going to explain to you in case of metallic conductor with the help of this figure. So we see here in this figure, this is the metallic rod. This one is the metallic rod. And in metal, there are two types of charge, that is positive charge and negative charge. Positive charge are at stationary. Positive charge are at stationary. And the second charge is negative charge, that is the electrons are free to move. And when this metallic rod are connected, are placed in an electrical field, means if this the two ends of the metallic rod are connected to the positive terminal and negative. So we see here this end of the metallic rod is connected to the negative terminal of the battery supply. Another end means this end is connected to the positive terminal of the battery supply. Then what happens? The free electrons are moved towards the positive electrical battery supply. And due to the movement of an electron, the electric current can be flown. All of clear? So here the electrical conductivity generated in case of metallic conductor due to the migration of an electrons. But here electricity is produced in case of metallic conductor without producing any chemical change. So we have to remember that in case of metallic conductor, the electric current can be flowed due to the migration of an electrons, or electricity, conduction of electricity flow due to the migration of electrons without producing any chemical change. So this is about the metallic conductor. Now I am going to explain to you the second type of conductor, that is electrolytic conductor. Electrolytic conductors are the solution of either acid, base, or the fused salts. So in case of electrolytic conductor, the solution is placed. For example, we see here, this is the rectangular vessel. In this rectangular vessel, we can take the solution of the acid like HCl. So we know that in HCl, H plus and Cl minus ions are present. And we can take the two electrodes into this HCl solution. And these two electrodes are connected to the external battery supply. So we see here the electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery supply acts as the anode, and the electrode which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery supply acts as the cathode. Then what happens here? This positive ion, that is H plus ions, migrates towards the cathode, and this H plus accepts the electron from cathode and get neutralized itself. Another H plus accepts the electron and get neutralized. So here reduction reaction takes place at the cathode, and these neutral two H atoms combines together, and there is an evolution of hydrogen gas. Okay. When H plus ion migrates towards the negative electrode, at the same time Cl minus migrates towards the anode. So Cl minus migrates towards the anode, and it will get neutralized with loss of an electron. So at the anode, oxidation reaction takes place. Another Cl minus get neutralized with loss of an electron, and these neutral Cl atoms combines together, and there is a evolution of chlorine gas. So here we see, due to the continuous migration of H plus and Cl minus ions, there is a electric current can be flowed. There is a conduction of electricity. in case of electrolytic conductor due to the migration of Cl minus. But whenever here the electric current can be flowed due to the migration of ions, here these two chemical reaction takes place, reduction reaction and oxidation reaction, and there is a evolution of hydrogen reaction. All of it means in case of electrolytic conductor, the conduction of electricity flows due to the migration of ions with appropriate chemical change. Means these two chemical reaction takes place, so it is called as appropriate chemical change. And here there is a transfer of matter. This conduction involves transfer of matter in the form of ions. Here ions are migrating toward the receptor. So conduction of electricity in case of electrolytic conductor involves transfer of matter. All of it. Now we see here, we are going to discuss the difference between metallic conductor and the electrolytic conductor. In case of metallic conductor, the first point is that in case of metallic conductor, the electric current can be flowed due to the migration of an electrons. In case of electrolytic conductor, the conduction can be takes place due to the migration of ions, So this is the first difference in between. Conduction can be takes place due to the ions and due to the. So we see here the first difference in between these two. The first difference is that in case of metallic conductors are usually metals. So this is the first part. Electrolytic conductor is nothing but the solution of either acid, base or fused salt. So this is the first difference in between these two. Second difference is that the conduction takes place due to the migration of an electrons. In case of electrolytic conductor, the conduction takes place due to the migration of ions. So this is the second difference. Third difference is that in case of metallic conductor, the conduction takes place without producing any chemical change. So here reactions are takes place. So no any reactions are takes place. So in case of metallic conductor, the conduction takes place without producing any chemical change. In case of electrolytic conductor, the electric current can be flowed with appropriate chemical change. These two chemical reactions. So that's why you can say that conduction takes place with appropriate chemical change. Next difference, in case of metallic conductor, conduction does not involve any change of matter. Here conduction involves transfer of matter in the form of ions. Next difference between these two, if you increase the temperature, conductivity of this metallic conductor decreases. Here conductivity of the electrolytic conductor increases with increasing temperature. So this is the effect of temperature on these two. Here conduction decreases. Here why conduction decreases? There is vibration of atoms. So the velocity of the electron goes on decreasing. So here conduction of the metallic conductor goes on decreasing with increasing temperature. Here conduction decreases with increasing temperature, and here conduction increases with increasing temperature. And the last difference, the example of metallic conductor is copper rod, aluminum rod, nickel, so on. So any metal. And here electrolytic conductor, the solution of acid, solution of base, solution of fused salt like NaCl, KCl, etc. So this is the first topic है electrolytic conductivity. Electrolytic conductivity हा टॉपिक इलेक्ट्रिक केमिस्ट्री ब्रांचशी संबंधित आहे. इलेक्ट्रिक केमिस्ट्री ही फिजिकल केमिस्ट्रीमधील एक ब्रांच आहे. तर त्या ब्रांचमध्ये आपण ह्या दोन एनर्जीच्या रिलेशनमध्ये अभ्यास करतो. इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी अँड केमिकल. इलेक्ट्रिक केमिस्ट्री इज वन ऑफ द ब्रांच ऑफ फिजिकल सायन्स which deals with the study of relationship between electrical energy and chemical energy. मग जेव्हा इलेक्ट्रिक केमिस्ट्रीचा अभ्यास करता त्यावेळेला त्याचा या फिनॉमिनापासून स्टार्ट होतो इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिव्हिटी. येते लक्षात. मग इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिव्हिटी जो फिनॉमिना ज्या सबस्टन्समध्ये तुम्हाला दिसून येतो त्याला म्हटलं तर कंडक्टर्स. मग कंडक्टर्स आर द सबस्टन्स विच हॅज ॲबिलिटी टू फ्लो ऑफ एन इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिव्हिटी. मग कंडक्टर कोणते? एक मेटॅलिक कंडक्टर आणि इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टर. येते लक्षात. मग मेटॅलिक कंडक्टर म्हणजे युजली दी मेटल्स, सॉलिड मेटल्स. मग कॉपर आहे, निकेल आहे, झिंक आहे, अल्युमिनियम आहे. मग याच्यामध्ये हा मेटॅलिक कंडक्टर. आणि इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टर म्हणजे काय? सोल्युशन, ऍसिडचं सोल्युशन, बेस सोल्युशन किंवा NaCl, KCl, सॉल्टचं सोल्युशन, याला म्हटलं जातं इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टर. ठीक आहे. मग या इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टरमध्ये कंडक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रॉपर्टी दिसून येते, म्हणून याला म्हटलं जातं इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टिव्हिटी. आणि या टॉपिकमध्ये मोस्टली इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टरचा आपण अभ्यास करणार. येते लक्षात. मग आता पहा, मेटॅलिक कंडक्टरमध्ये पॉझिटिव्ह जो चार्ज पार्टिकल्स आहेत ते स्टेशनरी स्टेट आहे आणि निगेटिव्ह जो इलेक्ट्रॉन आहे हा फ्रीली मूव्ह होतो. आणि याचे दोन एंड जर तुम्ही एक्सटर्नल सप्लायला जॉईन केले तर इलेक्ट्रॉनचं मायग्रेशन निगेटिव्ह कडून पॉझिटिव्ह कडे होतं आणि इलेक्ट्रिक करंट हा पॉझिटिव्ह कडून निगेटिव्ह कडे होतो. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी कंडक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कशामुळे जनरेट होते? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. मग आता इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टरमध्ये काय पहा, हा रेक्टँग्युलर वेसल आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये सोल्युशन घ्यायचं सेल सोल्युशन की ज्याच्यामध्ये H प्लस आणि Cl मायनस आहे. हे रॉड डीप केले, हा ॲनोड म्हणून हे एक्सटर्नल बॅटरी सप्लाय अटॅच केला, हा ॲनोड म्हणून ऍक्टिव्ह, कॅथोड म्हणून ऍक्टिव्ह. मग आयन्स रिस्पेक्टिव्ह इलेक्ट्रोडचे मायग्रेट होईल. मग कॅथोडच्या ठिकाणी ही रिॲक्शन होईल आणि ॲनोडच्या ठिकाणी ही रिॲक्शन होईल. हे ऑक्सिडेशन आणि हे रिडक्शन. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जी जनरेट होते ड्यू टू द मायग्रेशन ऑफ आयन्स. मग ह्या दोघांचा डिफरन्स काय? हे मेटल आहे, हे सोल्युशन ऑफ ऍसिड, बेस किंवा सॉल्टचं सोल्युशन. दुसरं काय? या ठिकाणी इलेक्ट्रिक करंट फ्लो होतो इलेक्ट्रॉनमुळे, इथे या ठिकाणी आयन्समुळे इलेक्ट्रिक करंट फ्लो होतो. हा दुसरा डिफरन्स. तिसरा डिफरन्स काय? की कंडक्शन होत असताना इथे कोणताही केमिकल चेंज होत नाही, विदाउट प्रोड्युसिंग एनी केमिकल चेंज. पण इथं मात्र केमिकल चेंज होतो. म्हणजे काय? तर ही रिडक्शन रिॲक्शन आणि ऑक्सिडेशन रिॲक्शन होते. म्हणून कंडक्शन टेक्स प्लेस विदाउट विथ प्रोड्युसिंग अप्रोप्रिएट केमिकल चेंज. येते लक्षात. नेक्स्ट, या ठिकाणी कोणताही मॅटरचं ट्रान्सफॉर्मेशन होत नाही. इथं मात्र मॅटर ट्रान्सफर होतो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आयन्स. आयन्स मायग्रेट होतात म्हणून मॅटर ट्रान्सफर होतो. असं तरी कंडक्शन इन्व्हॉल्व्स ट्रान्सफर ऑफ मॅटर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आयन्स. नेक्स्ट, तुम्ही टेम्परेचर जर वाढवलं तर या ठिकाणी कंडक्शन डिक्रीज होतो, इथं कंडक्शन इन्क्रीज होतो. आणि एक्झाम्पल द्यायचं, कॉपर, झिंक, निकेल, अल्युमिनियम, सॉल्ट. आणि इथं सोल्युशन ऑफ ऍसिड, बेस, सोल्युशन ऑफ ऍसिड बेस आणि सोल्युशन ऑफ फ्युजन सॉल्ट. ओके. आणि या टॉपिकमध्ये याच्यामध्ये कंडक्टिव्हिटी प्रॉपर्टी दिसून येते, म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टरमध्ये ही प्रॉपर्टी दिसून येते. म्हणून या टॉपिकला म्हटलं जातं की इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टिव्हिटी. आणि सेकंड टाईप इलेक्ट्रोलायटिक कंडक्टर आहे, या संबंधित आपण डिटेलमध्ये काय करणार आहोत? अभ्यास करणार. ओके. I will continue in next lecture.